NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Doris Burke will join us moments from now from courtside. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Clippers, CP3 at point with Redick there at the back. And inside at center, along 6'11", the skyscraping big man out of Texas A&M, DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Jared Dudley, and it's Griffin in at the 4 spot. And for the Nuggets, Lawson and Fournier man the back. And in the middle, the long body JaVale McGee. Absolutely elastic. Then there's Gallinari, and it's Fareed in at the 4 slot.
And while it wasn't the biggest win streak of the season, the Nuggets did have a pretty good rampage of their own from the end of February into March. And because it happened when the Heat were doing what they were doing, the Nuggets kind of flew under the radar.
Tip-off goes to Denver. Pass to Lawson. Kicks to Gallinari. And count it from 19 feet away. Well, as you said, the Nuggets put together their big 15-game winning streak. But, you know, Steve, since it happened, when the Heat rattled off their big push, nobody really even seemed to notice.
That's right. It might have worked out in their favor anyway, Kevin, because that win streak kind of put them into high gear and allowed them to climb into the 3rd spot in the West. Probably was nice not having the media focused on them and wanting to talk to them every day about what was happening in the Western Conference.
Here's Jordan after the Nuggets pick up 2. Shot's good. We've got 1:18 left here in the opening quarter.
Kick it out! Kick it out!
And stolen by Jordan. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Redick with the bucket.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Gallinari, a screen on Paul. And Lawson with the drive. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here is Dudley. Shot from 16. Nice D from Fournier.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Outside for Lawson. That doesn't go either for Lawson. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Ball against Lawson. The shot's good from Paul.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
He lobs it up, and Fareed throws it down.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
And here is Paul. Griffin goes in, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
Here's Lawson. The shot misses. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter.
You know, for so long, the Clippers were on the bottom rung of the ladder in the West, almost were a joke in the conference, but their fortunes have changed dramatically in the past few years, and now they're a team that's respected and feared.
On defense, the Nuggets trailing by 2. Barnes kicks to Collison. Crawford, Griffin, he's guarded by Arthur. Collison, no good. Well, Clark, you said the Clippers have really flipped the Western Conference upside down over the last few years, and you're right, they have done it with, Steve's style, to say the least. They've got now also a very deep team.
Well, a 35-17 record against the West was enough to secure them their division and advantage in the first round. You have to remember, too, that they were without some of their big stars last season, so if they can stay healthy and really take advantage of what they have, this could be a lot of fun.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris Paul is the outspoken leader for this Clippers team. Jamal Crawford said, quote, "I've never been around a player who was so vocal." Paul explained it this way. I've been fortunate to be short my entire life. There's only one position I've ever had to play, and that's point guard. So I've always had to be that leader, and that was my job, to talk. And guys, he's a big people person too. Not hard to see a career in coaching once his playing days are over.
Holding everyone accountable, Doris. Thanks.
Whenever you play Denver, you know it's going to be an up-and-down game. The Nuggets love to push the tempo and make the game a track meet. And a lot of times they were better at it than their opponents because they're an excellent fast-breaking team.
Faded away to create the space.
Smart move with that mismatch he's got.
You know what? That extra advantage sure pays off on the mid-range jumper.
Miller kicks to Chandler. Back to Miller. Lawson outside. Hickson defended by Mullins. Pass to Miller. Shot clock at 6. Lawson. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Lawson's got 5 points so far. The Nuggets scored a ton of points last season, and among the several categories, Steve, that they led the way in was fast break points. You could see it with their bigs.
I like the way they constructed their roster, Kevin, because everybody from the guards to the centers could all run and get out in the open floor. So it was like an avalanche when Denver would come at you, particularly on their home floor, with not just 3 guys running, but all 5.
To the paint. Here's Barnes. And it's the Clippers scoring again. Here's Lawson. The shot is off. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. The Clippers on top, up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome, everyone. Damon Bruce here. It's time to review all the goings-on from half number 1. The Los Angeles Clippers in front against Denver. One look at their field goal percentage says it all. They're scoring at will. Blake Griffin playing well in the first half, and they've also got a great boost from DeAndre Jordan. And for the Nuggets, it's been all hustle. Wiping the glass defensively. Look, no streaks. They're preventing any second-chance opportunities. Ty Lawson making the most of his minutes. He's picked up 5 points, and he's had some good court vision, helping out in the assist department as well. Now let's head back out to the start of the second half. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke take it away.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
The difference between being a dominant or a good team and mediocrity is the ability to win on the road. The Clippers secured their spot as one of the NBA's elite teams last season because they showed the ability to get it done on the road.
Here's Paul. Outside Jordan. Back to Paul. Feeds it to Reddick. Dishes it to Dudley. He kicks it to Reddick. He passes to Paul. Now Reddick back to Paul. There's the 3. Cannot hit. The pass to Lawson. Wide open look. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Lawson's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Nuggets. And the Clippers with one of the better road records in the Western Conference last year, going 24-17. Steve actually tied for the second most road wins in the West, only behind the Thunder.
And believe it or not, Kevin, it's the first time the Clippers franchise has ever had a winning record on the road. Actually, I do believe that when you think back to Clipper history. But I'll tell you what, it's a team on the rise and a very interesting club to watch.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, gentlemen, the Clippers upgrading their roster this summer, and new coach Doc Rivers feels the new players put them in great position. He said, quote, "They're great fits. They get who they are. They're over themselves. They're just trying to win and do whatever it takes. He added, we want to be the winner. We don't just want to do a lot of winning. They've done that. Guys, the expectation is clearly to contend for an NBA title.
Yeah, building chemistry on the court will be their focus. Thanks, Doris. Gallinari, he's guarded by Dudley. Gallinari against Dudley. And it's Gallinari again missing. Clippers leading by 3. A drive by Paul. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from McGee. Nuggets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. They get it back. Gallinari. Nice D from Dudley. Now Jordan deflected. And there's Gallinari on the assist by McGee. Gallinari's got his second bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers lead by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Lawson with it. A floater, and that one's good. Lawson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nuggets.
Terrible defense for both teams, just atrocious.
Yeah, it's been awful, Steve. I don't know any other way to say it, and I'm sure both teams will get an earful from their coaches.
Griffin on the double team. And McGee kicks to Lawson. Fareed to tie it up. Rebound by the Clippers. Dudley's got his third rebound tonight. Griffin attacking. Here's Redick. That one's good from the corner. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And here's Lawson. And stolen by Jordan. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Here's Griffin. Rejected by McGee. 56 seconds left in the game. And Fournier kicks to Lawson. The Nuggets with another miss. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Clark, no room for error
Kevin,
here.
got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
Uncovered. Count it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Huge points. That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket. Desperate.
Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Deflected. Stolen by Fareed. The shot and game clock separated by 4.
Nice work. Get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
At the mark for 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Clippers. He's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the gap to 1. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Stolen by McGee. An even 3-on-3 break. There's the dish to Fournier. Passes it to McGee. Yes!
Kevin, that was so clutch. Now they really need a defensive stand.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 1. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Griffin attacking. It's in!
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
Here's Lawson. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but